Hello and welcome to the Culture Playbook Roundtable, presented by Gallagher. I'm Brian Sexton and I'm your host here today. We'll start with a conversation between football and rugby and a little bit of both and some of the important topics that we've got lined up today with Jaguars great running back Fred Taylor, Louis Rees-Zammit, who is a current Jaguars player, both Jaguars player and played for Gloucester, so some rugby there. You knew that, right?
Yes, absolutely. Take that name.
The Hall of Famer right here, former Jaguars left tackle Tony Baselli. And moving now to my left, we'll go to the rugby world. Played for the English national team and the Harlequins, Jack Clifford, now a successful businessman, and a broadcaster and rugby player. English national team 14 times.
That's right.
And played for the Harlequins as well, Hugo Monye. So with these guys here, we want to get started with an idea of the importance of culture and what it played in both rugby and football. So Tony, right out of the gate, you started with a franchise in its very first year back in 1995. The culture was set by one man, Tom Coughlin. Tell me about what that culture was like and what it meant to you to have a consistent culture throughout your career.
Yeah, I mean, I think the culture's set initially by the leader, and that individual being a good leader is obviously critical, and then it kind of trickles down, and then the ownership is taken in the locker room by the guys.
In order to get the best out of players, you have to empower them, because when it's the 79th minute of a rugby match and we're down by 5 points, we need to make decisions. If the whole week the coach has made every single decision, how can they expect us under the highest amount of pressure to be able to make the right decision when our heart rate's up to 200? So it's about empowering whilst retaining the authority and understanding of a group.
What I learned from a great leader and great coaches, and I think it does trickle down to the players in the locker room, is the consistency showing up the same every day.
Correct.
Like, as a player, there's nothing worse. Like, if you don't know what the leader, like one day shows up, they're like, oh, everything's great, and then they're completely different the next day. As a player, you don't know how to operate in that,
That's
in that gray area.
It also comes down to the reciprocity of respect. How do you get there?
Yeah.
You know, obviously it has to be earned on both ends, but how do you get there? What does it take to get to that point?
As a Jacksonville Jaguar walking in there, I think, we've got the players. It's just about, completing the plays, every single little detail, going into meetings, everyone knowing their role, and everyone just going out on a Sunday and performing.